College Station, Texas. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the counter. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Right side, it's Johnson. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. And the Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. The quick out. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
On the delay, it's Jackson. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways. But the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. And he avoids the sack.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, say it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. They'll move the wide receiver. Straight ahead, it's Owens. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Reed. And wings it incomplete. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to.
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Reed to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Got his man! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you. Throwing it, David, as a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying. It's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running inside, it's Owens. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Reed on the move. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Moves to his right. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
From the gun on third down, Sayin. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup. Just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Quarterback will keep it. Got some room into the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggie!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Throwing, say it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
They finally get him down, but the explosive play has them set up as we get set for the final 2 minutes of the half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Handoff again. Here's some daylight. Oh, he's got some space. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Say it. Trying to bull his way in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he throwing Reed. Holds on, it's Craver. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful.
They fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Rush is on. Just a complete misfire.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Hits inside. It's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Keeps it moving. It's Morrow. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Reed. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Sayin to throw. Smith with the grab over the middle. Finds a crease at the 20. There he goes down the right side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. On the return, it's Bussey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Reed to throw. Flush to the left. They get to him as he throws. Out wide left, it's Craven. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Left side is Kramer. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Under pressure. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. To the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And you gotta love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive, their ability to run.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Tackle way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Aggie. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that is a huge momentum-shifting play. This defense is always harping on getting turnovers, but David, they weren't satisfied with just getting the fumble recovery. They take it to the house, and because of it, they take the lead.
Man, huge momentum play for this defense, and now you got to get ready to go right back on the field. You took the lead, everybody feeling good. Go get some rest, because you need another stop. You need to get the ball back to your offense so you can expand on the lead.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know they're going to make some plays for you.
So that's the challenge for them. You got to answer, right? You got to take the field here. You got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
They'll ride the hot hand. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break it.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Out wide left, it's Smith. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quick give. It's Jackson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The give to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now here's Sayin. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. On the move, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Ohio State! They've got the lead here in the 4th. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morrill. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Reed, still looking. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Again, it's Reed. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This offense has it with really good field position. Left side, it's Johnson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Push ahead on the sneak. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. If you can generate a few first downs running the ball now, you can take these seconds and bleed them right off the clock to win.
They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeye!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Deep in the end zone, it's Bussey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Offense gets set for second down. Throwing Reed. Still looking to his right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. It's job chasing by the defense.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Reed to the air again. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Reed. They're all over him. Takes a hit as he fires. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just got rid of that one.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up. You feel real.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen.
It's the Auburn Tigers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with Coach Golesh before the game. Bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Buckeyes headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Saying. Smith's got it. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To the air, it's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Breaks free, and he might be gone. At the 30. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this is why you see tight ends featured in offenses now across college football. They're so pivotal because they're so big, so strong, can break tackles, and they can outrun people and get to the end zone. Big play by the big fella.
And he puts through the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. And he loses the football on the return.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
4th down, say it. Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Got a man. It's Johnson.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. There he goes.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. The Buckeyes are in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Jackson. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Brown will throw it. Stepping to the right. Unleashes one. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Paul.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down in the field, right? With his...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Brings into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeye! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. will return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Time to take a shot. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Smash. Intercepted and room to run. Touchdown Buckeyes. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field.